Did you know America almost changed time forever? Not just the clocks, not just daylight saving time, but the entire way we measure, understand, and even experience time itself. In the early 20th century, the United States faced a moment when time was so chaotic, so inconsistent, and so confusing that the government considered replacing it with an entirely new system. A system that would have changed every American's daily life, from when schools began, to how trains moved, to how businesses operated, and even how people understood the world around them. And if that decision had gone differently, the America you know today would look nothing like the one you live in now. Today, we're exploring the strange, unexpected moment when America almost adopted a completely different national time system, and what our world might look like if it had. Before time zones, before standardized clocks, America was a mess. In the 1800s, every town kept its own local time. Boston had its time. New York had its time. Philadelphia had its time. Even small towns, 5 miles apart, had their own time. Why? Because clocks were set by the position of the sun. When the sun was directly overhead, that was noon, no matter where you lived. It worked until America grew. When railroads spread across the country, suddenly time mattered. A train leaving at 2:05 in one town arrived at 1:57 in the next town, or 2:12, or 1:43. If that sounds confusing, it was worse in real life. Schedules didn't align. People missed trains constantly. Companies couldn't coordinate. And in some cities, different train stations used different times inside the same city. America desperately needed order. In 1883, railroad companies, not the government, finally forced a plan. They divided the country into 4 time zones: Eastern, Central, Mountain, and Pacific. It solved some problems, but not all of them. By the early 1900s, as technology evolved, America began to realize 4 zones weren't enough. Businesses still struggled. Communication across the country lagged. Scientific research was inconsistent, and cross-country coordination was still messy. So, in 1907, a British architect named William Willett proposed something radical. But American policymakers seriously considered going even further. They debated a new idea: one unified time for the entire United States. No zones, no splits, one national time. Imagine it. Washington, D.C., 12 p.m. Chicago, 12 p.m. Los Angeles, 12 p.m. Everywhere, 12 p.m. It sounds impossible, but it almost happened. The proposal was simple but revolutionary. America would adopt a single national mean time, based on a central reference point. Everyone in the country would use it. Every clock would match. Every city would follow the same schedule. So what about the sunrise, the sunset, daily life? In this world, in the East, the sun might rise at 3 a.m. In the West, the sun might rise at 10 a.m. Time would no longer be tied to nature. It would be tied to a national standard. Supporters argued. Business would be easier. Travel would be predictable. Technology would advance smoothly. National unity would strengthen. Opponents said humans would struggle. Natural rhythms would break. Communities would be confused. America would lose its connection to the sun. The country debated for years, and then the decision was made. In 1918, Congress rejected the idea of one national time. Instead, they passed the Standard Time Act, which kept 4 time zones, strengthened federal control over time, introduced daylight saving time, standardized clocks nationwide. But the one time for America idea never fully died. It resurfaced several times during World War II, the space age, and even in modern tech debates. But the closest America ever came was that moment in the early 1900s. One vote, one proposal, one decision, and time stayed divided. Let's imagine, what if America had adopted one national time? Here's what the country might look like today. One travel and shipping, flights, trains, deliveries, all incredibly simple. No time conversions, no confusion. National logistics would be lightning fast. 2, business culture. Wall Street, Silicon Valley and Washington, D.C. would operate on the same schedule. This would dramatically change corporate America. 3. American sleep patterns. Millions would wake up before sunrise or long after it. Daily life might be permanently shifted. 4. Technology development. Everything from early computers to the internet would be designed differently. A single-time America would influence global tech standards. 5. School and work life. Imagine West Coast kids going to school in the dark morning. Imagine East Coast workers ending their day in bright afternoon sun. 6. Global influence. If the U.S. had gone single time, other nations might have followed. The world could have far fewer time zones today. America could have changed time itself for the entire planet. So, did you know America almost changed time forever? One proposal, one idea, nearly rewrote how every American experiences every hour of every day. And imagining the what-if shows just how much power a single decision in history can hold. If you want more untold American stories that spark curiosity, hit subscribe. New episodes drop daily at 5 p.m. DXplorer, did you know? What if? Let's explore America.